Well, something that is keeping you busy is RockyTop.
Yes.
How did that start? Why did that start? Because it sounds like every girl is starting something new on Instagram, but this one was something that started and sort of stuck
Yeah.
and stuck really well. I mean, you got a decent following behind you. How'd that come to be?
So I've actually always wanted to like own my own business. I've always wanted to be like self-employed.
Sure.
Little did I know how much money and time that actually cost. So I had to obviously keep my full-time job still.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always wanted to like have just something that's mine. And when was it? Last year, like January. I remember it was January because it was before my nephew was born. And it's when lockdown was kind of still going, but not really. And I was like, hey, let's just do it. Like, who doesn't want to eat food type
Yep.
of thing? And I've always baked as well, always done desserts. So I was literally sitting on my sister and brother-in-law's couch and I was like, hey, this is a mad flavor. This is good. This is good. So we just started putting all these flavors together. And then we're like, okay, well, I want really cool names for it. Like I kind of want it to be super quirky. Um, so yeah, and then it kind of just started speaking to Jamie about like logos and what I'd want my page to look like and stuff. And he helped me a lot, which was amazing. And then yeah, it stuck, got like heaps of orders, a lot from church, which was amazing as well, because they're big supporters, and then went from like friends to family and just kept going.
How'd you find it keep going? Was it word of mouth? Was it advertisement?
Probably word of mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest thing, especially at first. Now that it's kind of grown, social media has a big impact on it.
Okay, so social media is really playing a part on it.
Yeah.
Is that
I
because is that because of people sharing and liking posts, or what's the go there?
Yeah, definitely sharing. And then like I never used to, for my personal page, I really don't care how many followers I have or like likes or anything. But then I realized it's all about like your hashtags and your like, I got super Instagrammy and I was like, okay, wow, this thing's working. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a full marketing sort of ploy. I
Yeah.
try it with our stuff for Have a Chat with Ray and Stat, and it's just it does my head in because
Yeah.
I hate being on social media posting stuff constantly, and I don't get it. And the more I do it, the more I realize I don't get it.
Yeah. I'm like, hold on, why do I hashtag this? And then I got a like. This makes no sense.
Yeah, it's a trip out. So then you go through the whole hashtags, the likes, people start sharing it around, and then you start partnering with restaurants and other foodies out there. How'd
Mm.
that all happen? How'd the foodies get in contact with you? Did they just see you on the explore page?
Yeah, pretty much. So some of them I knew and kind of just reached out to them, but a lot of actually probably only one of them. A lot of them saw my page from someone else's page and then they kind of reached out and was like, you know, I'm a blogger or I'm a foodie, would love to try. And they'd have like 26,000 followers or something like that. So I would literally like create like a sample box of whatever they wanted and then post it out to them. And then they would pretty much, yeah, try and advertise to other people. So we actually have another announcement tonight too.
Okay, nice.
8 p.m. Stay tuned.
Very cool. So that's on Thursday night. You guys have already seen that at this point. I'm excited right now, but I won't be seeing it for another 50 minutes. But that's awesome. So you just slowly expanded that way.
Yeah.
What was the hardest part about expanding? Was it needing patience? What was the go?
I would say probably a couple things. One of them is probably trying to get your followers and keeping them as well. Because like even I know for me, I'll like follow a page. I'm like, oh, they haven't posted in ages, or they're like posting too much or whatever, and I'll unfollow. So that's one thing, trying to keep your followers. Another thing was actually getting people to buy. Because at first you always kind of want to hear other people try it before you do. So word of mouth was like you really had to kind of push it. So that was probably another hard thing about it.
How hard did you find it to get people to commit to actually sharing and pushing your stuff?
Thankfully, in that, like in terms of sharing my page, I was lucky enough that I had a lot of family and friends who like supported and shared a lot. and then all their friends and family saw it.
Mhm.
So in terms of like social media posts, when I first started, it wasn't so bad, but yeah, getting followers that I didn't know was the hardest part.
Yeah, and it takes a minute, doesn't it?
Yeah.